In this video, you will learn how to create a staffing plan by using averages and a staffing ratio, plus create a Monte Carlo simulation of entrance by using the function RANBetween. So parallel to the average entries seen here, we do projected staffing. At the very top, you will see the assumption that for every 5 entrants, 1 staff is needed. Note that the assumption about the staff ratio is separate from the title. It is in its own cell, so that it can be accessed for the formula. So to calculate projected staff needed, we need to divide the average entrants by hour and day by the assumption that for every 5 entrants, 1 staff is needed. So to calculate how many staff are needed, we are going to hit equals if B4 is greater than 0. We put a 0 because we will not bother performing the calculation on 0 values. Then we must use the roundup function because we won't always get perfect numbers otherwise, and you can't just have half of a person. Then, once we use the roundup function, we go over to the average entrance per hour and day data and select B4. We then divide B4 by the assumption of for every 5 entrants, 1 staff is needed. And this number must be locked, so we need to F4 it, so it will become our absolute reference. And then, to finish it off, we will put zeros because we want 0 digits for our data. Because the original B4 cell was not greater than 0, making the formula false, the new cell becomes a 0. Now that we got that done, we can now copy the formula across. And now, we sort of have a plan which hasn't been tested, but the next function I'm going to show you, which is the RANBetween function, can be used to test the staffing plan. What we are going to do here is bring in a little reality. We never actually know how many people are going to enter on a given day. So we are going to use the minimum entrance data and maximum entrance data to make a Monte Carlo simulation. A Monte Carlo simulation uses the function RANBetween along with the minimum and maximum values. So we are going to hit equals RANBetween, and we're going to head over to the minimum entrance data and select B26, and then go down to the maximum entrance data and select B48. And what this function does is choose a random number between the max and minimum values. We will then copy the formula to the other cells. To recalculate the data, simply press F9, and you see that the values will change every time. The reason they change is the function will go and randomly select a new number between the minimum and maximum. This table of data can now be used to get a random value for how many people are going to walk through the door on a given hour and day, and a staff projection can be made from it.